Hello students, welcome in this session, and today in this session we are going to start lesson number 4 of our An Alien Hand, The Cop and the Anthem by O. Henry. This is the image of O. Henry who was born on 1862 and died 1910, whose real name was William Sidney Porter, and O. Henry is his pen name. He was master of surprise endings where the plot is twisted and the ending turns out differently than expected. It happens that when we read some book according to the situations which are happening in the story, we expect that the story will end in particular manner. But in O. Henry's story, we found that it ends in a very abrupt manner, means which we have not expected. And he was well known for writing about ordinary people. Some of his works are given here. So before we move toward the story, let's see the importance of the title, The Cop and the Anthem. The cop, that is the word used for the policeman. And anthem. Anthem we have two meanings. The one meaning which we know that, a solemn patriotic song which is officially adopted by a country. And we used to sing it on the particular national events, as we sing our anthem regularly in our assembly and on the national festivals. And the another meaning of anthem which is applicable here is that the musical setting of a religious text to be sung by a choir during a church service. It means usually we can say simply that this is the religious song. Okay, so here this meaning of anthem is applicable. Now in the story, what we are going to learn. Have you ever found yourself in a situation in which what happened was the opposite of what you expected? So is this happened with you that sometime in a situations you expected that this will happen with me, but the opposite of that has happened with you. So if this has happened, you will remember that if such certain situation happens. So if you remember, you will come to know. And if you understand the thing, so you are familiar with the irony of the situation. Irony, that is when the opposite of expectation happens, is called as irony, which is often embarrassing. And definitely whatever we expected, that will not happen and something opposite happen. So it will create a feeling of embarrassment, and that is called as the irony. And the story, The Cop and the Anthem, you are going to read has a number of such situations. So in the story you will find so many situations where the irony means the thing had happened opposite as the expected. So the central character of our story is Soapy, who is a homeless and a jobless man. Soapy doesn't have any job, and we know that if a person doesn't have a job, it means he will not earn the money also. So because of that he doesn't have the home also, so he was homeless. And then how he used to spend his day? He spent all his day, that is in Madison Square alone, which was all right in summer. During the summer season it was okay, but the story which we are going to learn, the season is the approaching of the winter season. So winter is fast approaching and Soapy must have a place to stay. And winter season, we cannot live on open space, we need a home, a safe place, and Soapy doesn't have that. So Soapy has to decide something for his winter, and Soapy comes to a decision at last. So what is the decision? Let's learn in the part 1. Soapy moved restlessly on his seat in Madison Square. There are certain signs to show that winter is coming. Birds begin to fly south, people want new warm coats, and Soapy moves restlessly on his seat in the park. When you see these signs, you know that winter is near. So Soapy, who used to live in a park in Madison Square, now as he could see the signs of winter approaching, and what are the signs? That the birds, they began to fly to south. We know that the birds, they used to migrate according to the season, and when the winter approaches, the birds, they began to fly toward the south, which is little bit warmer. And people also want new warm coats. We know that according to season we purchase the clothing, we purchase the clothes, is it? In the rainy season, we purchase raincoats and umbrellas. And in winter season, we purchase the warm coats. So people have started to purchase. And Soapy, and because of that, Soapy was restless. Restless means he was feeling uneasy. He was not comfortable. He was uneasy. A dead leaf fell at Soapy's feet. That was a special sign for him that winter was coming. It was time for all who lived in Madison Square to prepare. So, one special sign has approached to Soapy, that a dead leaf, it fell, and it fell on the at the Soapy's feet. That was the special sign for him that winter was coming, and he has to find a place for him to live. Soapy's mind now realized that fact the time had come. He had to find some way to take care of himself during the cold weather, and therefore he moved restlessly on his seat. Summer season he could easily spend on that bench in that Madison Square, but in the winter season he must have, that is the fact, he must have to find a place to stay. Soapy's hopes for the winter were not very high. He was not thinking of sailing away on a ship. He was not thinking of southern skies or of the Bay of Naples. 3 months in the prison on Blackwell's Island was what he wanted. So Soapy's expectations was not very high that he could move out of his country for the warmer place. Just he wanted that one fine place for him, that is the Blackwell's Island, that is the prison on the Blackwell's Island, where he could get 3 months of food every day and a bed every night. 3 months safe from the cold north wind and safe from cops. This was what Soapy wanted most in the world. So for the winter season, Soapy has very less expectation that if he would move toward the prison on the Blackwell Island, he would get there 3 month food and bed every night. For years, Blackwell's Island had been his winter home. It means earlier also he used to spend his winter season on that Blackwell Island. Rich people, they have so many ideas. Richer New Yorkers made their plans to go to Florida or the shore of the Mediterranean Sea each winter. So rich people, they used to New York people. New Yorker means New York people. They used to have so many plans that they used to shift the place toward the Florida, which is the warmer place. Soapy made his small plans for going to the island, and Soapy's planning was just to go to the island. Island, that is the prison. And now the time had come. 3 big newspapers, some under his coat and some over his legs, had not kept him warm during the night in the park. So the property which he has, just the newspapers, and that much newspapers will not keep him warm during the night in the park. So Soapy was thinking of the island. There were places in the city where he could go and ask for food and a bed. This would be given to him. He could move from one building to another, and he would be taken care of through the winter. But he liked Blackwell's Island better. So another solution was there, that instead of going to the prison, there are so many places in the city where he could go, and he could ask for the food and he would get it. So he would shift from one building to another building and he would get. Soapy's spirit was proud. If he went to any of these places, there were certain things he had to do, and he knew that if he would take this solution, there were certain things that he had to do. In one way or another, he would have to pay for what they gave him. So whatever he would received from these people, either food or place to live, in return he had to do something. They would not ask him for money. Definitely they are not going to ask him for money, but they would make him wash his whole body. They would make him answer his some questions. They would want to know everything about his life. And the people, they might ask him many questions about his life, which Soapy didn't want to answer. And so he skipped that idea instead of this. No, prison was better than that. The prison had rules that he would have to follow. But in prison, a gentleman's own life was still his own life. And because of this thing, he chosen that instead of going to the societies and asking for the people for food, for him, prison was better. There also he had to follow certain rules, but there his own life was still his own life. Means no one would ask him some questions about his personal life. So Soapy, having decided to go to the island, at once began to move towards his desire. And so he decided that he is going to spend his winter in that prison on the Blackwell's Island. That is the part 1. Now in the part 2. So we are going to see the attempts, the trials which he had done for going into the prison. Prison means jail. So Soapy does his best to be on the wrong side of the law. We know that if we break the law, then only the cops will arrest you and you would have to get the punishment. So he tries 3 tricks, all in vain. But whatever things he was doing, he was not getting success in that. So what was his first thing which he did? There were many easy ways of doing this. And there are so many things by the chances of breaking the law and going into that prison. The most pleasant way was to go and have a good dinner at some fine restaurant. So this was his first plan. That is, he would eat his dinner into a very expensive restaurant. Then he would say that he had no money to pay and he will give the reason that he doesn't have the money to pay. And then a cop would be called. It would all be done very quietly. The cop would arrest him, he would be taken to a judge, the judge would do the rest. And this was the easiest way according to Soapy, that he would take dinner in very fine restaurant, he will not pay the bill there and they will ask the policeman to come and arrest. Soapy left his seat and walked slowly out of Madison Square to the place where the great street called Broadway and Fifth Avenue meet. So now Soapy just left his bench, that is the Madison Square Park, and he started moving toward the area where the most of the expensive restaurants are there. He went across this wide space and started north on Broadway. He stopped at a large and brightly lighted restaurant. So he has overlooked all the restaurant and he stopped at one place. This was where the best food and the best people in the best clothes appeared every evening. And he chosen one of the fine restaurant where the best people in the best clothes, which is one of the sign of the rich people. Soapy believed that above his legs he looked all right. So when he looked at himself, what he found that above his legs he looked all right, means his clothing was nice, his face was clean, his coat was good enough. If he could get on to a table, he believed that success would be his. So he was thinking that if he entered in the restaurant as we sit, so the half posture which will be visible, that is enough. His face was clean and his coat was good enough that he would look like a rich person. And so he knew that the success would be his. The part of him that would be seen above the table would look all right. The waiter would bring him what he asked for. And so he was sure that he would get that whatever he would give the order. He began thinking of what he would like to eat. Now his mind thinking that what he is going to order in the restaurant. In his mind, he could see the whole dinner. So he was expecting that what things he is going to order. And now his mind could see the whole dinner. The cost would not be too high. See, even though he is doing to do some wrong thing, but still also he is not asking for the very high. He did not want the restaurant people to feel any real anger. But the dinner would leave him filled and happy for the journey to his winter home. So he wanted to satisfy himself. But as Soapy put his foot inside the restaurant door, the head waiter saw his broken old shoes and the torn clothes that covered his legs. Strong and ready hands turned Soapy around and moved him quietly and quickly outside again. So you can see in the picture, though Soapy was quite confident that he would get entry in the restaurant and he would eat this and this thing, but when he began to enter in the restaurant, the head waiter, he saw the old shoes which were broken and the torn clothes of Soapy. He didn't allow him to enter in the restaurant, and in this way his first plan was failed. It was in vain, means he was not able to follow what he decided to take the dinner and then get the punishment, and he would be sent to the Blackwell's Island. So his first attempt was in vain. Let's see the next attempts in the next video. I hope this much part will be clear to all of you. You can read the textbook for better understanding. Thank you.